Hi, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are okay. I hope you guys are well. Once again, finished work quite early. Could have finished it around 9 o'clock, to be honest with you. So I'll just be driving around a little bit, training a bit outside. The connection of there was too great. So today I'll do a little bit of little tutorial about cartwheel, what we call AU. Now, if you're gonna see different people in different groups, they will give a complete different names for the movements they are doing. Okay, for example, they're gonna call it AU dun dun dun, AU dun dun dun, AU dun dun dun. They're gonna find names and names to classify the difference between the owls. I just want to make things simple and easy to everyone to understand. It's just the name AU, the cartwheel, and its variations. Okay, so if you go to one group, they're gonna call AU. I don't know. I'm gonna create one name here because that's what everybody does. Okay, AU 3. So in that particular group, if the group is big, that is chains of other groups in different countries, the entire group we're gonna call AU3. But if you go to a different group, they're gonna call it in a different name. So I just want to make things nice, easy, and simple. The simple, the best. So as I said before, all we need to do is not all about a little warm up, put the hands on the floor and let it go. The entire body must be prepared and trained in different ways. When you can train balance, speed, concentration, and coordination. Okay? So, for most of the movements, what we do in capoeira, hip is very important because that's where we use the most. Okay, regardless, people say, oh, you use more your hands, you use more your feet, use your head, whatever. Everything what you do, you're gonna have to use the hip. So every time you're gonna do some exercise, make sure you're going to a little stretch on the hip to get a little bit hip mobility. Now, you don't have to be very flexible, but you need to make sure you will stretch as much as you can to make your body lighter when you're going to do a movement. Okay, now as you observe, it's just me moving from all different directions. That's all you need when you're gonna do some of these exercises. Okay, now we're gonna start with one cartwheel. What people they will ask, say, so what we're doing? What we're doing is AU, cartwheel. This is the exercise for the day. It's as simple as that. Okay? Even though the movement looks simple, it's about how can you make it? Can you make it fast? Can you just make it slower? The legs needs to be straight. The legs can't be bent. It can be in any way what you want it to go. Now, the exercise before you do the actual movement is the most important bit what you're getting here. Okay, that's why we're stretching a lot. It's all about getting prepared for the movement, making sure you stretch everything, make sure the strength will be on your body while you are doing it. And the most important in that movement is the balance. That's what you're gonna need to use the most, is the balance. Okay? So for all what you're gonna do is all about training, stretching, warming up. Okay, the exercise may look very stupid and simple, but this is all what you need when you're gonna do a cartwheel. All this exercise is needed. You don't have to have weight on your body, but you just need to make sure you're gonna exercise properly before you do the movement. Okay? That's where your arms will be. That's the position of the body as it spins, as it turns. So make sure you get all this exercise done. Okay? Then we go do another cartwheel just to help it a little bit, nice and slowly. When you say nice and slowly, that's what people will understand. Nice and slowly. Hey, good morning, Miguel. Como é que você tá, meu querido? Tudo na paz? Deixa o like aí na página já para ir ajudando a gente aí. Okay? Second step, as we still says, look, all of these movements, they really will help you when you get your cartwheel done. Okay? Because you don't have to make the movement look so boring. You can make the movement look much nicer while you are training and while you are doing it. Okay? Now, we're gonna do just a slight exercise for the shoulders, just to strengthen the shoulders a little bit. Okay? So we're just gonna look up and nice and slow here. Now, we're just gonna lift the leg. Okay? The movement will be basically this. Legs up, legs down as you keep turning. So, and then we're gonna put that in practice when we go on the floor. Okay? So as we're here, hands on the floor, leg, 1, 2. As I'm gonna be pushing my body forward a little bit. So lift one hand, okay, and we'll push. And the same on the other side. Slowly, you start lifting the legs. Lifting the foot, which is on the floor. Make sure you will do the exercise, okay? Remy, prison workout. Now, morning, buddy. How you doing? Literally, it's a prison exercise. I don't know if I shared that with you guys, but on my youth, when I was a lot younger, that was not many times, but a few times in Brazil, I was going to police department to give training to some people, and including some of the detainees which was there, so they need to do some activities. So I was there doing some activities for them. When I was a lot younger, of course, I wouldn't do that anymore. Too old. If something breaks in the prison, some shit happens, I really don't want to deal with those situations anymore. Okay, now, once we could do this exercise on lifting the body, now it's time to put this on the sides. So, you stand in front of the camera. Bend your legs just a little bit in this position here. Now, we're just gonna go and try to put our hands on the floor. Okay, if it's too far, just go nice and easy here. Okay, but don't do like a lot of mistakes like people they just do on the front. Yes, to learn, yes, but we are exercising, so we just need to make sure the body will have this balance. So here, once, look, we bounce from one side to the other, and hands and leg is just the exercise. Hands and leg. Hands and leg. Same on the other side. Okay? And as we did in the previous exercise, when we start lifting our foot off the floor, we're going to do exactly the same here. When we move on the side. As the hand goes on the floor, lift your foot a little bit. Just slide. Look. We're doing exactly the same. We're just doing it, twisting the hip. As we go, look, twist a little bit, and that's all we need to do. From one side to the other, making sure we get some of the strength. Now, for some of you who likes to do some push-ups, you can do kind of push-ups using this exercise as well. As you're going on the sides, look. It all counts on the time when you're gonna do the full movement. Okay, as we start pushing movements on the side, now it's time to switch the legs. Before we switch the legs on the side, let's try to do it in the most comfortable position, which is going to be just here, hands. If your flexibility is good, you can simply go down. If your flexibility is not so good, you can override your legs. That will help in this part of the exercise, okay? That's where we are. So one foot up, and from this moment here is when we start building the movement. Now, when you're gonna do the cartwheel, your back must be a way more straight than what it is here. Because here I'm just pushing the gravity is helping to push my body down. But we're only gonna change the legs. And start stretching slowly, higher and higher. Now we're going to start with a little jump. Look, as we switch the legs. When you get to this moment, to this part, the muscles, they will start being a little bit more warmed. You're gonna find a bit more, you're gonna find your muscles stronger as you keep doing the exercise, okay? Now, it's time to lift the body a little bit higher. Hey guys, please leave your like on the page, subscribe to the channel if you wish. Okay, now, it's time to do almost the same now on the side. So, instead of just lifting the leg and shaking slowly, we need to start putting it on the sides. So we go like 1, okay? Instead of just lifting, it's time to twist a little bit. And as we're twisting, we're going to do the same, a little jump from side to side. Okay, this is very important part, guys. It's not only about the cartwheel itself, because you can do the cartwheel and lose all your balance. What we need to do is learn how not to lose the balance. You can just go for the cartwheel and then you're gonna be like falling on the floor. A lot of people, they just try themselves and then they throw themselves to the unknown. You never know how you're gonna fall. You may fall in a way when you're gonna twist your ankle. So we need to learn how to fall before you throw yourself in the air. Okay, so I'll do as the body is warmed up a little bit, and for some of you who you already know how to do the cartwheel, I'm just gonna fast forward the video and then I'm gonna go back later on. So just give me a few minutes to move forward to the people who already know can do cartwheel, and then I'll come back to the people who are learning how to do the cartwheel. Okay, so for those who are learning the cartwheel, start the video from the beginning. For those who already know how to do the cartwheel, we're gonna move the process. We're just gonna do a bit faster. Okay, so for people who know the cartwheel, we're gonna do maybe a couple of cartwheel each side, 2 or 3. Okay, now what you need to get is the stamina, is moving with the movement, not pausing the movement while you're doing it. So we're gonna go right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, 1, and back. And again, and again, and again, and back. Okay? So if you already know the cartwheel, you can do this exercise here while you are warming up. Now, we're gonna put it the balance mode to see how much you can control the cartwheel while you're doing it. Which means I want you to go and stop halfway and come back halfway, okay? It means I want only one foot on the floor while you're training. Hey Carlito, how you doing, buddy? You good? Leave your like there to the page, don't forget it, share the video, do whatever you want, swear at me. So cartwheel, for most experienced people, we're going and holding our balance with one foot. Hold the balance, and then we're going back. Hold, don't fall down, hold, and again, and again, and balance, control. Okay? Once we get to this bit, nothing here gets easier. Things just start getting a bit more and more interesting as the movement keeps going, as the body warms up and you gain a bit more strength. Now, it's time to go, hold the balance and move side to side, lifting the hand while you keep one foot on the floor. So it will be here. Will, one foot on the floor, hands. Hands. That's the beat we're gonna do here now, okay? Controlling, giving a little clap as from side to the side as you are moving, okay? Once, as I said, this is for people who are already training the cartwheel for some time and they just want to improve the movement a little bit more, okay? Now, we're gonna use that movement going side to side for a little bit of time just to let's go. Just moving around a little bit. Wherever your hand is going, take the body with you. Controlling. Not only going forwards or backward, side. Go everywhere with the movement. And then you're gonna have to develop more balance as you keep doing the movement. So to develop the balance while you are doing the AUs, what do we do? Exercise. How we're gonna exercise a bit more for that bit? Here. You finish one AU, so what you're gonna do, I want you to straighten your leg and back. Same on the other side. Holding the balance, let your leg go forth and back. And again. And remember, these are all exercises for when you are making a cartwheel. Either you are a beginner or you have some experience doing the movement. Why? Because a cartwheel also you need to learn how to attack from the moment when you are in there. Okay? So, let's try that one. Do the cartwheel, woof. Hold the center balance, kicking, back, hold, kicking, The movement is easy. You know what's hard? It's getting you guys to give a bloody like to the page. This is the hardest part. The movement itself is easy. The cartwheel is easy. So back to the beginners. How you guys beginners doing there? Now look. Let's use this exercise for the hip as you're going to do the movement. You can bounce from side to side to help. So you're gonna go, okay? 1, 2. On the third one, hands on the floor and swap. That's it. And then the same on the other side. Count. 1, 2. On the third one, hands and just swap legs. This is all what you need to do to improve your mobility and get the movement helped. And then later on, it's just you can make whatever you want with your cartwheel, with your movement. Okay? You can put in the handstands, you can change the directions of your foot, you can change anywhere where you go. Okay? Now, oops. Let's move a bit forward for the guys with a lot of experience. On the AU, we're gonna go for one hand, which is almost the same. Okay? Now, when you are training one hand, the most important will be the balance, will be how you're gonna keep it up. It's how much power you have to lift the body and drop using the hand. Okay? Because there is no need for that hand. My hand is pointing to you and it's gonna be pointing to you. So we start with the same as you do when you do the both hands. You start nice and slowly, switching the legs. 1, nice and slowly, and back to the other side. Hands. Okay, nice and easy. Nice and slowly. Until you get, oh yeah, it's okay. I'm gaining strength with that exercise. I'm getting some more confidence in what I'm doing. Once you start feeling confidence, you start changing the hands. Putting the opposite hand as you keep doing your movements. That's when it's going to become a little bit more complex. Because when you start switching hands to do the movement, you can actually explore a lot more the movements, what you are doing. But everything needs to start nice and slowly with the exercise. Not only going mad. I want to do the movement and you force too much your body until you get like an injury. It's not about getting injured. Injury is about relaxing the body. It's about working strength and relaxation at the same time. When you can control what you are doing there. Okay? Where to go, where to come back, how make things work easy for you when you are doing the exercise. Okay? Moving forward, extra exercise will be 1, 2, 3. And it will be 1, 2, 3. As simple as that. And just look. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. But why in my body I was doing this exercise? Because the movement never stops. The AU always want to add more, and more. Okay? Oh. Exercise for everyone, for the beginners, for people with a lot more experience. Everybody needs to exercise before doing the movement itself. I don't know why this old man come here and try to tell you guys something. You don't even press the button of the like in there. What's wrong with you guys? What are you waiting for? Now, a little jump. What is that shit for? It's to jump. Gain the balance. Let the body work in all different directions. Let the body work in all different ways. Gain the movement. Hey Rick, how you doing, Balboa? Where is my like, boy? Oh, the body won't let me jump more. The boots are a little bit too heavy. And of course, I'm not on my 20s anymore. I'm not able. Oh, evermore for how you doing, Asher? How you doing, big man? I hope I'm well. Yeah, just here once again at work, doing a little bit of training. Get older, Asher. That's all. I'm just getting older. And if I stop training now, I'm fucked. Now, the AUs won't stop only when you are standing. Now, you also need to know when you are down on the floor. That's when you're gonna have to have a little bit more of strength doing it, okay? Because you can just be sat on the floor playing with someone in the beach. We need to understand and learn. You need to learn how to take a movement from everywhere, regardless of what you are doing, regardless the position of your body. The strength must be there. So that's the time when I want you to sit down and just, that's normally what you see when you go to the park. People are just sat there, hands on the back, enjoying the sun. So from here, we're going to start our AU. Asher, I want to see you doing that one. When from here is just up, down, and again, up. Let's try and invert the kicks now. Okay, so when you're gonna practice cartwheels, and people tells you, well, I know how to do a cartwheel. Really? It's easy to put the hands on the floor, put the legs in the air. The problem will be to master the movement. And of course, if you have to, the combine, and you will have to. Okay, I expect to see that from you, Asher, when I see you. Now, we're gonna combine one kick and the cartwheel. The kick what we were training yesterday. Yesterday we were training the Habjahaya. Now, when I say Habjahaya, a lot of people there, they will question me, and they will say to me, oh, you are a piece of shit, this is not Habjahaya, this is meia lua de compasso, or this is meia lua solta, or this is meia lua, whatever. You can train your movement the way you want. You can call them whatever you want. I have no problems about that whatsoever. Now, if you practice Habjahaya in a slow way, you know, like dying, like Habjahaya, like this is Habjahaya, and this is meia lua de compasso. They are different. If you're gonna come here and tell me they are different, I want also you come here and tell me when Habjahaya became meia lua de compasso, why it became meia lua de compasso, and where the name came from. Then I will take it. Okay? If you're going to explain me why Manuel dos Reis Machado changed the dynamic of the game, then I will take it. Until then, I'll call it Rabo de Arraia and its variations. Variations with the Rabo de Arraia with one hand, two hands, no hands, jumping, attacking, scorpion, all of those, to me, they're still going to be Rabo de Arraia. And if one day you want to use yours against me and say I kicked it with Rabo de Arraia, well done. Because when I hit you with mine, I'm also going to call it Rabo de Arraia. And I don't give a damn about most of the traditionalist people say you are wrong in what you are saying. It's not organization. This is what I do, is what I learned back on the days. And I learned from someone who knew what he was doing. But now everything is about politics. Everything is about giving right name to the right things, and people lost the context of the capoeira. I see people doing ginga in these days, and they're going like, what's wrong with that? Nothing. It's just a different ways of seeing the capoeira. It's just different ways of using the movement. But if someone is there, in this position, in front of me, the first thing what they're gonna get is gonna be ponteira. And it's gonna be right into the groin, right into the balls. It will be. Oh, you're a violent person. I'm not a violent person. This is what I learned. If someone exposes a weak part, what am I gonna do? If you're gonna punch me like, a lot of people go, if your head will come with your arm, my hand will go with it. If I can move it away, I don't have to do much. I just need to move to the side and lift my elbow. I'm not even bothered about trying to move and moving forward with the body. It's the same on the AU. It's not falling. It's about when people see you losing the balance, because you will lose the balance sometimes doing the AU. And what you're going to do? You're going to fall on your legs? No. You must adjust it. I'm doing an AU, I'm falling. What's the next step? Oh, AU. Oh, I'm losing my balance. What am I going to do, lose the balance? How can I turn it into negativa and go for the rolê? I can do a negativa and rolê, so let's turn AU, negativa, and rolê. Is that right? AU, negativa, rolê. Now, but you're doing negativa and your legs go on the floor, you put your bum on the floor. Yes, motherfucker. Because when you go down, it's not a Hollywood movie. So when it's attacking you, I'm not gonna have time to do a beautiful landing on the negativa. Negativa is to go down. Negativa, you are landing on the floor, you're not landing, you are falling. That's why you need to learn it. Different points of view, different ways. Not being stuck with only. Now, this is not negative, this is negative. Now, the difference is, what can you do from this negative and from yours? I still can go back to another AU. What can you do? No, losing the balance again. With the AU, what to do? I'm doing the AU once again. Oh, I'm losing my balance, Turn. Whoops. I didn't fall down. I just changed the ways of the body. Escorregar não é cair, é um jeito que o corpo dá. And then we're gonna have people. I know how to do cartwheel. I don't need your help. So teach other people how to do the cartwheel then. Okay, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Let me do a little bit of work and I'll come back later. Don't forget to leave your like, dickheads.